You know why you're still alive? Because I chose not to kill you, but they will.
Why do they want to kill me?
We were part of the same program. Speed, strength, and intelligence. They want our DNA to build an army.
Okay, untie me.
You're the same as me. So untie yourself.
The gift is not just surviving, you see everything.
Yeah, we'd like to apologise to people with ears. Of course, that was a clip from Hitman Agent 47, the recent adaptation from some sort of company, 20th Century Fox, from the hit of a series of video games, the Hitman series of video games, which I'm a big fan of. I do you play it?
Yeah, I played one, I think.
Which one? Do you remember which one?
The one that ends in Shun, T-I-O-N. I can't remember the resolution, Absolution.
So I've played Blood Money and Absolution. Blood Money.
Oh, probably Absolution then.
So the games are very good, and they're transferred into a big budget. Well, actually, a relatively small budget, $35 million. It's written by Michael Finch, who I didn't do any previous research on, and Skip Woods. Skip Woods, you may remember or don't, because what the fuck would you? Previously wrote Swordfish, A Good Day to Die Hard, X-Men Wolverine Origins, and the previous Hitman movie, which was terrible and was so bad is why it took them 10 years to reboot it. And yet they hired the same writer again. I don't know why. It's a fucking terrible decision. It's directed by Alexander Bach. Unfortunately, he was adapted the style of Olivier Megaton and all those, the shaky cam aspect, which is stupid because the game is and then it's Hitman is played by Rupert Friend, who I don't think I've seen in anything else, along with supporting cast of Hannah Ware, Zachary Quinto, who's Spock, and a woman called Angela Baby. That's all I'll say about that. And the movie is incredibly boring and dull and it's just like, if you want to see a good Hitman movie, either just go back and watch John Wick or don't watch anything at all, because there is no good Hitman movie based on the Hitman games, which is disappointing because you could very easily do a very good Hitman game or movie based off the game, because it does kind of lend itself easily to a cinematic adaptation, and yet they've fucked up incredibly. I will say that Rupert Friend does an alright job as Hitman. It's just that his character is incredibly boring the whole way through. I mean, so's the film, but the character is just like, it just sits there and just goes, "Oh, that's what I am going to kill you with the guns now." The whole film, and it's just the plot of it is that there's a woman who has like the special genes inside her that would make the new Hitman soldiers, and the Hitman soldier process has been shut down, so they want to start it up again. So they try to find her, and then Hitman tries to find her, and Zachary Quinto tries to find her, and that's kind of the plot of the film. And you would think that Zachary Quinto would bring something to it, a decent, amount of respectability to it, but no, he's probably the worst performance in the whole film, maybe. Because there's two, I think, really bad performances from him and Hannah Ware, the lead actress in the thing. Because she's one line of Hitman says, "You're exactly like me." "No, I'm not like you. I'm Hannah Ware." I can't remember her character. Yeah. And there's one awful scene in it where they're in a airplane factory, and Zachary Quinto stands up and realises the Hitman's behind him, and they kind of have like a standoff with the worst dialogue you've ever heard in your life. It's like, oh, nice to see you, even if you're dead. Well, I look pretty okay for a dead person. Well, you won't be okay looking for much longer. By all means. Well, you were in Star Trek Into Darkness. It's so awful. It's just Skip Woods shouldn't write movies, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's just so incredibly. I was on the verge of tears, boredom. I was so bored. I was just so bored the whole way through. I think I started playing Bounce on my phone.
We noticed how bored the other people got.
There was people in there who were like 12 in the theatre.
Yeah.
That surely this is for them, if anything, and they were bored off their hole. One of them kind of tilted his head up and just started like clenching his eyes closed.
Didn't one of them make finger guns at the screen?
One of them started shooting the screen with finger guns, and I just thought, I'm so sorry. I'll give it a 1 star out of 10 because it's just it's not. Oh, sorry. Well, yeah, I'll give it 1 star out of 10, and I'll give it 1 star out of 5, which is our rating system. It's just really boring and bland, and it's like it's worse than being a shit film. It's a mediocre film. You know, it's just so boring and bland. That's like, what's the point of this fucking film? You know, I hated it, and no one should see it. But someone should make a decent adaptation of fucking Hitman games, please.
Maybe you.
Maybe
Yeah.
Not me.
Okay.
We're going into We Are Your Friends.
We're Your Friends.
Zach.
Yeah, Zac Efron
Different.
movie. Yeah, Zac Efron, Emily Ratajkowski, and Wes Bentley. It's directed by Max Joseph. Who's
Max Joseph?
Yeah, Max Joseph. Max Joseph. Who's in? He does the TV show Catfish, also the movie Catfish. He made his name as sort of he's in the documentary film. Like, okay. Zac Efron is he's basically a wannabe DJ in the Valley. When the Valley is located, it's just outside Hollywood. So you can imagine there's a lot of actors and sort of people who want to make it into show business now. So him and his friend, who's an actor, and his friend who's a club promoter, and his friend who's an app designer, are all trying to become successful at those different things. So he's trying to, and the story just basically documents that. And he meets a really famous DJ who's played by Wes Bentley, and his assistant who's played by Emily Ratajkowski. The movie it's only an hour and a half long, but I was watching the movie, and in the first hour I thought, this is Entourage, and because they're just floating around, just doing whatever they wanted without any real without any real consequences. Waking up the next morning, then moving on to the next place, and it was objectifying women and all these horrible things that the Entourage people done. And then, but maybe in the last half an hour, what you hope in Entourage is that the movie's going to flip. Whereas I would say, like in the mirror, is they're going to see how they're living, and they're going to say, well, this isn't a good way to live. We're horrible people. Which that doesn't come in Entourage, because the punchline from Entourage is it's great and everything's fine, but but in We Are Your Friends, it does actually come in the last half an hour when they realise that they're absolutely horribly, and the way that they basically turn around to each other and say we can't live like this anymore. It's we just ruin lives wherever we go. I came out of the movie and I didn't like it, and then when I went home, I started actually thinking about the movie, and I was like, it was actually quite a good movie, because what you think they're going around with any real consequences, but then you actually realise what he does is he does something quite beautiful, where he says these people work during the day and then they go at night time, and then they do what they want at night time. So the guy goes and promotes clubs at night time, and he goes and DJs at night time, and then the actor and the applicant sort of just tag along with them. And he does actually quite a good job at saying he makes a movie about sort of finding your voice as an artist and then as a human being. I know that sounds cheesy, but he actually does quite well. So I've changed my mind a couple of times over the movie, but I think overall, like, Zac Efron, I'm not against that Zac Efron doing movies. I think he's done quite well to get away from the Disney boy thing. He could have very easily stayed there and sort of just kept doing TV movies and directed video and stuff like that.
Good stuff.
TV shows, yeah. He was in Neighbours last year, which I quite liked, and then Emily Ratajkowski she was actually quite good, because her last movie was Entourage. So there you go.
What her movie before that? Compton.
Yeah, the movie before that was going here. Oh, yeah, it was
2 out of 3.
a very small role, yeah. Yeah, Wes Bentley's in it, and I realise he's the most evil-looking man on the planet. His resting nice face is worse than my evil face. What I'm trying. He's very.
Why can't we all be like that?
Yeah, he's very evil and twisted man. No, what he might be, I don't know. He did the performances were quite good. The music was actually alright. I know I said I didn't like EDM. I don't mind it at all. But what else was I gonna say? They do this sort of funny thing where they show stock footage and they say, that sort of funny thing when someone's saying something and then the words that they're saying come up on screen as they're saying it. So it's sort of like, say if I said we are your friends, then it would come up we are your friends.
Yeah.
They kept doing that, and that was funny the first time. And it was kind of kept reusing it. It was like it's losing its effect. And then as he was describing stuff, they would show stock footage of what he was describing. Which was quite, I don't know, it was a quite creative film, is what I would say. It's quite colourful looking film. The music was okay. It was, as far as I know, there's a lot of original recorded tracks for the film, or unreleased tracks from DJs like Alesso and stuff like that. And yeah, so I'm a fan of the film. I'm going to give it 3 out of 5, and it's a 1 whole star is docked because of one line in the movie where it's a pickup line, and he says, "Oh, your body's 85% water, and I'm thirsty." Which maybe because I was in the cinema on my own, so maybe grunt rather loudly.
I know, I fucking heard you.
Yeah. Okay. I'll move on to the new segment, TV movie of the week.
So where we pick a film that is going to be on TV this week. We don't. If we have any American listeners, which we have one.
I would say we have more because I know Spreaker is a predominantly American website.
Oh, sorry about this. I don't know what channels. I don't think you have, TV3 over there.
They might have Turner Classic Movies.
You might have Turner Classic Movies.
Yeah.
Alright, well, Carol, do you want to choose?
Was that TCM?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what that was. My movie first. My movie is on film for 11:50 on Friday night. It's What Richard Did, which is a movie by Lenny Abrahams and starring Jack Ryan. Lenny Abrahams in the movie Frank. He also has a movie called Room coming out. I think came out Sundance. But I don't know if you've seen it.
Nope.
But the movie's actually quite good. It's quite, I don't know, it's quite a crazy movie is what I would say. Very performance driven from Jack Rayner. It's one that I don't really know how to describe it without giving away the plot, so I'm not going to try. But no, you should definitely check it out if you can. It's an Irish film and it's good.
It's a true story.
It's a true story. Oh, I didn't know. It might be based on a book then, probably. Maybe. Perhaps.
Yes.
I don't know. No, but Jack Rayner's in it is very good. I don't know. He's more known to audiences for Transformers.
Oh yes, the wonderful masterpiece that is Transformers. All right, we'll move on to Philip's one.
The Dark Knight, which is on 11:30 on Friday. TCM.
Yeah, Turner Classic Movie.
TCM out.
It's also on 9 o'clock on Saturday on the same channel.
Okay.
So if you're up, if you're listening to this Saturday morning in the future or the now for you, and you're like, oh damn, I missed the Dark Knight because you don't have it on DVD for some reason, you fucking weirdo. You don't have to use it on DVD?
I have it on DVD.
Oh, sorry, Carl. Alright, I'll move on to my one, which is BBC 2 Saturday 11, Boys in the Hood. I haven't seen it, which is why I'm choosing it, because of the of that film that's come out recently. What's it called? Hitman Agent 47. Obviously because Straight Outta Compton released recently, which we have coming up later.
Mm-hmm.
It has some ties to the Falcon thing. So that's why I'm choosing BBC 11 Saturday. Boys in the Hood. Ice Cube, Cuba Gooding Jr. Watch it, drink it in.
Very good.
Yeah, nice.
Very good. Okay, People, Places, Things.
Yes.
Is the next one.
Jermaine Clement from Flight of the Conchords is the movie starts off with a little. He's a married, well, not married. He's a partner, and they have 2 kids, twin girls. They're 5, and it starts off with a little. He's a graphic designer, so it starts off with an animation of his graphic designs of the marriage breakup the relationship breakup between him and his partner, and then it starts off the birthday. So, he catches his wife having sex with another man, so then they split up, and it's basically just him adjusting to life on his own, not